Hello friends, and welcome back to my crafty space. My name is Crystal, and in today's video I am going to be working on day 17 and 18 in my October daily album. So for day 17, I am documenting a crafty Zoom call that I had with a couple of friends, and I am using some pre-done cut files that I had made. So I have this brick wall that I made as a cut file, and then I also had pre-cut out these shutters from just an image that I found online, which if I have the link to the original file, I will go ahead and put that down in the description box for you so you can go and find it as well. So the second day then is going to be documenting just some normal bits and pieces of our day, things that we did here on Sunday. We made some Halloween bark and then a few other things as well. So I am going to go ahead and put you on fast forward while I get these two spreads put together. And then once everything is done, we will slow back down. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into this first spread with the brick wall. So the first thing I'm going to do is set aside all of those ephemera bits and pieces that I'm considering putting them somewhere in the spread here. I just need to kind of figure out where I want to put them. Then I'm going to take all of those shutters that I had cut out with my silhouette, and I'm going to set those to the side, as well as the ephemera pieces that I'm thinking of putting inside of the windows as well. This one, this trick-or-treat little piece, was a bit too large, so I did need to trim that down. All of my photos here I have printed at 1.75 inches by 1.75 inches. That way they can fit behind the shutters with a little bit of room to help get them open. So once I have all of that the way that I like it, next I'm going to go ahead and adhere down all of the photos and the squares here. I did just print off my journaling right on photo paper since I had the space to add it to a 4x6 when I was printing out the 3 photos already. So pretty much everything you see here aside from the trick or treat is photo paper. So yes, we're going to go ahead, adhere all of those down, and then once we have that done right here, we're going to add in some of the ephemera bits and pieces. So I debated on using some of the smaller pieces that would be totally hidden behind the shutters, but ultimately decided that I loved the way that this cat looked on the white square right here. And then I will also pull off a sticker from the cardstock sticker sheet that is books with the skull on top, and I will put that in the other white square. I like the way that those look. I like how they take up a lot of the space, and even though they're going to poke out the top of the shutters, I'm totally okay with that. Then I took some of the phrase what are those die cuts, phrase die cuts that came in the Boo Crew ephemera pack, and I'm going to adhere those down onto the 3 photos of myself and my 2 friends. So this spread here is documenting a day where I had a Zoom chat with 2 of my scrappy friends, Mel and Jen, who is Sparky Creates, and Mel Creates, I think. I will put both of their Instagrams down in the description box below because they are both also working on December daily albums, and that's what this spread is about, is getting together with them to work on our, did I say December? I meant to say October, to work on our October daily albums and to just have fun working on those. And I also talk about how that the October Daily project is what brought us together. They were already friends, and it just allowed me to get into the mix. So it's super fun. So that is what I have here are 3 photos. Each of them I added a phrase to it. Next, I'm going to go ahead and add the shutters on top of all of the photos and the journaling and the ephemera, all of the places where the quote unquote windows are. What I did is just use some liquid adhesive, add it to the edge that will be on the far edges of the photos. And then in a little bit here, I will pull out my sewing machine to actually stitch those down. But before I do that, I'm going to move on to day 18. So day 18 was Sunday, and we just had kind of a normal day where we didn't have any big events happening or anything like that. So We always go to family dinner on Sunday nights, and what I decided to do was to bring over some supplies to make some candy bark at our my brother-in-law and sister-in-law's house. So Izzy and I made some candy bark there. It's literally just colored chocolates that we melted down, and then we took candy bars and sprinkles and M&Ms and that kind of stuff and just stuck it in the chocolate while it was still warm, and then put it in the fridge, let it cool off, and once it was cooled and hardened, we could break it to pieces, and then we had some Halloween candy bark. Really fun. In the stories, I have where you can see it says October Stories 1 through 5. That is an Allie Edwards card that I just cut down into a 4x4 and adhered onto the page, and then just told 5 small stories from today, or from Sunday, which is today for me. So 5 small stories of what we were doing today. Now I've pulled out my sewing machine and I'm going to stitch down the edges of those shutters, because what I want to be able to do is I want to be able to open them up and see what is underneath, kind of like opening up a window to see what's inside the house. And I knew that glue was not going to be good enough. So I did go ahead, use my sewing machine, stitched it down, and then once everything was stitched and the strings were all clipped, I just opened up the shutters and kind of folded them back so that they could easily be opened and closed. So that's what I'm doing here. I think that this turns out super, super cool. Once I have all of those done, I am going to pull back over the spreads that we were working on earlier so I can adhere these to the backs of the pages that are next to them. This is what I do as I'm working through my album. I like to just go ahead and take care of this as I'm working on it, get everything adhered down so that it is complete once we get to the end of the month. I don't have to go back and do anything to these pages. Plus it gives them some stability, and that's kind of nice too. So that's that one, and then this one's going to adhere down to the front. The nice thing about these shutters is that when you press them down, they do actually go flat against the page, so it's easy to add the adhesive to those, and they will for a period of time add some dimension into my book, but as it sits in here, the dimension will go down because it will flatten out a bit more. So I just want them to be easy to open. And that is it. All right, friends, so that finishes these 2 spreads for today. I think they came out super cool. So I've got the outside of the house with all of the shutters that open, showing pictures and journaling and some embellishments and all that fun stuff. I love the way that this is like super dimensional and interactive. It's super fun. And then we've got the second page here that was much more simple, but just about kind of a normal day here in October, and trying to take a normal day and add a little bit of spooky cheer to the day. So that is going to do it for today. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video and got some inspiration for projects that you are working on. If you did enjoy the video, I would love a thumbs up down below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you can see all of my future crafty videos. I will be back again on Wednesday with my Project Life spread for the week, and then again on Thursday at 7 p.m. live to do the next 3 spreads in this album live with you. So that's 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I hope to see you guys then. Until then, have a great, great week, and I will catch you all in the next video. Bye now.